Hello everyone, welcome back to Oceanblock. Yeah, I've been AFK. I actually just left this on since the last episode, and I think that's why we can have a look. But yeah, that's probably about 24 hours. Done pretty well, if I'm honest. The one that I was really worried about is this one here, the plastic. And I actually logged on this morning, and by logged on I mean I just came back to my PC that was still running, and it had like 10 of these singularities, and I was like, that's just like not enough, and I must have left it AFK for a good like 10 hours or something at that point. It was giving me 1 an hour. So what I ended up doing, this is where I was sat, by the way, when I was AFKing. But what I ended up doing, is... Oh, this is going to be a bit weird because I've set up something else. I'll go over that in a sec anyway. So, this is what I set up. Anyway, over here, I've done the old trick that you do with the acceleration ones. For some reason it didn't work with just a single one for me. I had to put one in for each of the ones that I was, like, accelerating. I am using, you know, the old... click item. You do have to do the sneak on this one. I did find that out. So you have to make sure that this is checked. And also, should probably set these to 1 if they're on 10. I think these are all set to 10. Yeah. Should bring us more in. But basically, I'm good on plastic now for a little bit, because if we pop back home, ignore this for now, but basically, I'm not amazing on plastic, I must admit. This is still going, right? Well, I've got enough, and this is still going up, which is really, really, really good. This one here had my... Oh, it's empty. Perfect. Oh, you're kidding me. And that just disappeared. It's one of those unstable drums. I don't actually need it anymore, but... Still, let's pop that back down. I did add an extra couple over here, and I moved the redstone to have its own, like, one of these, because I don't know, I thought it would make it quicker. Is that an area where I can block off? Probably, but I'm going to do it now. But yeah, I added a few more things that I thought we might need a bunch more of. In fact, I turned it off. I was trying to make some quantum entangled porters things earlier, and what did I turn off? This one, which is almost finished now. The big one, I suppose, is the singularity is now finished, and that was just AFK basically. A few of these haven't gone up too much, so this tesseract one is a right pain. That's why I've got an open block there, so I could zoom in here. Oh, you're out of... That is unexpected. I need to make this bigger. Damn. Well, what I could do is put an external storage on this, and then we can move this. I think that's probably a good idea. We could put this, I don't know, underneath, when we go up underneath our mech base, our mech thing. Well, let's go there. Mech room, yeah, so I could put it under here somewhere. But yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about this episode. HDPE was taking quite a while. I think it was broken at one point, so the singularity for it. In fact, I don't have to keep going back there, I can just search singularity. I keep forgetting that. It's one of our lowest, so I thought I'd try and help it along by improving the recipe a little bit. And what I've done, in fact, is it still going up? HDPE. You can do it, yeah. I've swapped out the, we had wheat in there before. I swapped that out for sea pickles because we've got a bunch of those coming in. Because the sea pickle got to the point where it had over 68, which is what we needed. And then it just kept going, and we got loads of sea pickles. And don't worry about my storage, by the way, because if I pop up here, I mean, I'm like 1/5 of the way there, but what I can do is just make a couple more of these for now. We've got quite a lot of items, I suppose, and none of these are going into drawers, but I think that's fine. Why was I worried about this? Can you turn these into blocks or something to get more ender, liquid ender? 2 slime balls, 1 slime ball. Oh, yeah, we don't want to do that. Okay, that is how quick we need to do it. Yeah, I'm gonna make quite a big smeltery then, underneath our mech place. Anyway, sorry, we were in the mech room. So what I've got here is I've got this thing, which is, did I not set you to? Oh, it's dumping excess, just dumping. That's fine. So I've got one of these which is set to oxygen and one that's set to hydrogen, and these are quantum entangled. So I've got one here called oxygen, one called hydrogen, as you would expect. So this one here is set to hydrogen, and it's pumping into this pressurized reaction chamber. And then on the back here, we've got a pattern to get 8 substrate. So like if you get 2 biofuel, why are you not crafting now? I don't understand. That's so strange. Anyway, I'll go fix that in a bit. But basically, so 2 biofuel come in here and make 1 substrate, and it also makes 100 ethylene, and that's the ethylene gas, not the liquid form. And then once it makes the 100 and the 1 substrate, it goes into this one, and this is where the ethylene goes, which is a gas, as I just said. The substrate goes here, and then it outputs 8 substrate, so it's like duplicates it basically. Then that just gets put straight into our system right here. Then above that, I've got this tank because it also makes some oxygen, and I couldn't push it into my oxygen one over here because this one's full. But what I could do was put it into just a basic tank and have it dumping everything that comes into it. So that's just filling this thing up with oxygen, which is great. We need oxygen down here. So that is for the substrate, and then I've got another recipe in here, which is for the ethylene. So this does also make a substrate. So you know the ethylene that we got in this craft here, it makes 100 millibuckets of ethylene. 100 millibuckets being in gas form right there. And that gets pushed into here to make the substrate, right? So what I'm doing in this one is ignoring the substrate. So the substrate does get pulled into the system. So we've got an importer right here. But what happens is the gas then comes out the side and goes into this rotary condensator. Condensator? Yeah. And that gets turned into the liquid form of it. And if we pop back home, yeah, home, you can see we've got quite a lot of that already, because I had it when I had my setup down here. Actually, I haven't written this down yet, so it's perfect. But what I had it doing is outputting the liquid, what do you call it, the liquid ethylene into a tank, and it doesn't use all of the ethylene that you get. Let's grab this. It doesn't use all of it, so it's pretty good. I'm gonna see if it's, oh yeah, cancel, 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 and now it should go off and make us the rest of it. I don't know if this is any quicker, by the way. It's probably about the same as it is down there, but I thought I wanted to do a proper setup for it. So that's what we've got down here, is a proper setup, in my opinion. And then the last little bit that needs doing is this bit here, which has got 1 substrate and 50 millibuckets of the liquid ethylene, not the gas, because you can't do gases in refined storage. But the 50 millibuckets of the liquid ethylene and the substrate turn into one pellet. And that's exactly what it's doing here. Because we are ignoring gases, because we've got an oxygen, and it should be kicking on right now. Yeah, all good, and it's keeping up, which is all good. And that's just going to create us a bunch of HDPE. And I'm hoping it'll be quicker. I actually don't know. All of these have got all of the speed upgrades and stuff. I didn't put any gas upgrades because like the numbers sort of work out for me here, in my opinion. I mean, I think they do. Yeah. Oh, and I tried to hide stuff with covers, so if we're outside, I don't know if I can zoom out there. No, I can't. I can do it out here, look. Because I haven't hidden this yet. I do need to get around to hiding this, but not quite yet. Let's not go in there because it's loud. All of these are being powered by our single, lonely, like wireless energy crystal thing over here. Except this one here, because it's right next to a pipe. And it's kind of like off in the corner looking, it's like it's done something wrong, but it hasn't. Poor little thing. But yeah, this looks very confusing, I know, but I just laid it out as I went. I started with trying to get the substrate to make more substrate. And then from there I was like, okay, now we need the ethylene. Okay, done that bit here. And I also wanted to do the cables, like this cable here, I kind of want to hide underneath. And then this this bit here was the last little tiny bit that we needed to do, right? So I attempted to hide some of it. Oh, and if you want to get a cover off, by the way, this was I think it was JM3 mentioned that you can right click with a wrench and you just take the cover off. It's really useful to know, actually. But yeah, let's go pop back to our singularities, and I'm not exactly sure which one we can speed up anymore now. This one here I have sped up a little bit, and that is by, oh, I don't actually need to go home, I can just show you in here. If we go to chorus fruits or popped, this stuff here, if I go start, you see I've added a recipe with the nature essence and the end essence. And I did use some of the end essence to make a bunch of endstone for us. But then I realised we don't need that much endstone, so yeah, I've taken that out now. So this is just producing it without having to wait for our chorus fruit plant upstairs. This one here, the sea pickle, that one finished like almost straight away because, you know, it's just coming straight from the pot. Cast iron, I think that just processed overnight, if I'm honest. This crystal shards one, I didn't have a crystal shard like botany pot set up, so I made a little one over here, and that's just doing its thing. Same with basically all of the rest of the stuff in here. So which was this? This is nether. This is stone. Oh, I needed this for the when you squeeze, do some squeezing, you need some mineral logs. So I've probably got a ridiculous amount of mineral. Yeah. I should put a void upgrade on my. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. I actually have a few. So what I can do is, it's literally right here, but I can put a void upgrade on this now, and it will just keep. Actually, let's put some more upgrades into this. What's the upgrade called? The big one. Oh, there they are. Let's just do 3 of those. Okay, it's raining as well. It's always raining in this world. I'm not sure why. Oh, it makes sense, right? Because we're in an ocean world. So it has to rain all the time. Oh, fall down. I was checking this out as well, the ultimate crafting table, whilst I'm here. Talk about this. Basically, I was going to try and put some recipes in here. So like creative essence is the big one. And I wanted to see if we could power this and then get it to, like, I could pull out a bunch of it instead of, like, I had to do one at a time on when I had the other crafting table, right? But yeah, we are making a hell of a lot of progress. Just not really just because of AFK either. It's because I've been making slight improvements as I go. I really need to do something about that end. Liquid molten ender. Ooh, that's a point. I have a bunch. Aha. Oh, I'm not sure if I mentioned it yet, by the way, but you can... Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Okay, that's really good. I've been trying to fill these up individually. Like, extract them into our system individually. Anyway, what you can do with these is you can set a filter in the middle. So if I get a bucket now, and then, oh, that rotates. Let's do that. That's the filter for it. But it didn't seem to work very well with this one over here that was getting pulled out and put back in. And it's gone again, even though I have put... you can do it via JEI, by the way, so... Maybe you can't, never mind. But I've got one of these. I want to see if that gets, like, pulled out, because this one just kept getting emptied like it's doing now, right? It's, like, going in and then being emptied straight away. And, yeah, for some reason, that one kept filling up with other stuff, and it lost its filter. So I had a butt ton of pink slime in there. And we've got lots of liquid ethylene now. So anyway, let's grab this. Oh, that's not it. I want to go over here. So this is kind of a band-aid fix, right? Do this, and now this will work for all of the ones that are in here. Which is 0 because it's already like processed and picked them up. Started processing them. But yeah, so that one there, I think it should go up a bit more now. I mean, it was, we aim really nicely. There we go. It was at like, I don't know, 10 this morning. Maybe less than 10. Oh, I think it was on 2, actually. And I'd left it all night, so something must have gone wrong with the recipe, I think. But yeah, this is my little spot. The eggs I don't think I can do much more about. I do have a seed now for chicken and cow, which is right in the corner here. Although this cow one doesn't seem to want to work. So I do need to, I noticed that earlier, I need to pick this up. And I need to grab the thingy out of there. And I might put it over here. I don't really want to take that interface because it's connected to stuff over there. Stick it over here for now. Get a flux point out for this. Always use my configurator now. I didn't think it was that good to begin with, this configurator, but it's bloody good. It's very nice. So there we go. Now we got cow essence coming in, but we already had a bunch, so it doesn't really matter if I'm honest. It's good that we're getting the chicken seeds and the nature seed. So the nature seed is actually really useful. Like it's one of the most used ones I think now, because nature. The nature essence, what does it turn into that we really wanted? Well, cocoa beans. Well, first off, it turns into potatoes. I'll come to that in a sec. it turns into this chorus fruit, which is what I was just trying to explain. Don't need to wait for that. It turns into wheat as well, which I've set a recipe up for. So we've got wheat coming in for the cake. Although I think we're done with cake already. Oh, and that was the thing. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else. Oh, we could have done sugarcane. Wish I'd known that. Oh, I always have to remember to try and use this one because it's easier. So over here, do you remember I had this and it was exporting knives? Well, I've swapped that over to... Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Swap that over to being diamond knives just because. And what that's doing is whenever this runs out of durability on one of these, it will disappear, right? And it will just fill it with a new knife. So... And it will craft a knife as well, so I've set up a recipe for this. I was using like the iron knives before, but we had to make a bunch more singularities. So yeah, it kind of makes sense to use diamond ones. Which one's that? That is the cake, right? Slice of cake, yeah. This one's the most surprising to me. This one is going up very quickly. Well, compared to what we're used to, right? And in fact, it probably could be quicker because... Is it this one? I tried doing it in this crafter like this. But I think it's quicker using refined storage for this sort of thing. Because you can have multiple like exporters doing the same craft. Because if I look in... I've set up this over here, by the way. And amazing comment. I actually got this morning and I instantly went and did this in a bunch of places, but this antennae thing, this transmitter thing, needs to be facing up now. So I have access again in my original compact machine. I've got access to my inventory thingy because I set it up over in this corner here. Oh, and because tesseracts take electrum gears and they also take bronze gears, I've split those two up. So I think this one is purely for electrum, yeah it is, and this one is for like all the other gears. But it just means that we're not waiting for one of them to finish before we start another one. And I was tempted to use the nuggets instead, so using the nuggets in the middle, like the other recipe that you can do for gears. Diamond gear's probably got it. Yeah, you can put a nugget in the middle and it makes that sort of gear. And another thing that I've sped up with this is it's not using the induction smelter anymore to make the bronze and the electrum, because I've got a bronze and electrum seed. So I'm already on that thing. So there's my bronze seed right there. And there's one in my plants room that is for electrum. I think it's part of the... I can't remember where exactly. I think it might be over here. It's Tinker's. Over here? Anyway, just trust me, it's in here somewhere. I assume. Wait. Electrum. There it is. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I really like this effect, by the way. It's... Oh, okay. Lags a little bit. But yeah, it looks like a big sprinkler, and I think that's perfect for like a planty room. I'm not really happy with the design over here, but it works for now. Oh yeah, and yeah, I almost didn't want to do this, but then after a little while of like AFKing and seeing no latex come in, I was like, yeah, go on then. This is Mr. Zam's trick, by the way. He came up with the acceleration wand pointing at things and making them go very quick. So hats off to you, man. But yeah. I'm not exactly sure what we should do now. Let's go and have a look. What I keep doing is going to my Singularity Room and then looking at these things like... This one I think I'm just going to wait for. Although it's been running for quite a while and we've only got 26. Oh, hello. How did I get up here? Wow, okay. I need to upgrade these. So, nether... Oh. Not enough diamonds, oh no. I'm back into switching a few things off to actually get this going. You can turn that one off, can turn that one off. I think that one as well. There you go, I can turn it back on again straight away, because that one over there as well. So if I grab those now, turn this one over here into, I've got my wrench on me so it doesn't matter how I place it. Plop that in like that. This one again I could probably, this could probably do with a an upgrade. Some speed upgrades in it as well. I don't think they do that much, although this looks a lot quicker. I wish there was like another way of doing this. I mean there is, you could use if I can find it. Oh, come on. Okay, let's wires. You could use this recipe, but you still need to turn it into plates. But then to make them into plates you could use this recipe, but you still need to make the engineer's hammer. We could do that, to be fair, it's not that bad. I was going to upgrade these ones as well. Okay. This has been my, this was my night last night. Turning stuff off so I can craft something and then turning them back on straight away. There we go. Turn them back on straight away. Oh, this is something I found quite funny. You can teleport and then crawl around. There's me crawling around. What is going on with... I've got a helicopter bow right now. But yeah, I was going to change these out as well. So let's do that quickly. I do have my wrench again, so that's fine. So this one was for sawdust. This one was for... oak logs. I think this is as quick as we can get it going, other than maybe doing what we've done in our mechanism room, which is if we pop in there, I'll show you what I mean. What you can do is you can have a chest set up. So you can have a crafter attached to a chest, and then you can make a massive chest if you want. You can use the draconian one, I'm guessing. And then you can have a pipe that pipes out of that into a bunch of, like, in the case of, you know, the thing over here. You can have it pumping into loads of the soaring factories. But anyway, I need to rip this down because it's not doing anything now. And there we go, there's the last block. Oh, no, here's the last block. Oh. Okay, there's so much more room for activities down here. I'm also going to rip this down, right? I'm going to do that in a bit. That is going down quite quickly. Oof. Yeah, we need to sort something out with this. I might just make it absolutely, like, enormous. Like, as big as you can make these. Either that or I'll make it the same size as the mech room. And then have, like, a layer on top so you can't see it. I might be a little bit overkill thinking about it, but... it's fine. I did want to ask a question to all of you people out there, all of you lovely people. And that is, what do I play next? I mean, this is not really coming to an end right now. I mean, hopefully I can get... I really want to get to... Well, once we got the vending upgrade, right? Which is... Oh, zoom in is that. So, once we got this one here, getting all the rest of them should be, like, simple. Very, very simple at that point. Like, I don't know why we need a creative bin, but we're going to make one anyway, because, yeah, really simple to make. It's very weird. Oh, you need a creative storage upgrade. Okay, never mind. But, yeah, we once we make this creative vending upgrade, we can basically make everything. And, yeah, I really want to do that before Christmas, which we're like, closing in on. I know. It is... Well, I'm recording this on the 13th. Which is a Monday. You probably get this on Wednesday, thinking about it. Yeah. But, yeah, which means if I've got a couple of days lead time, I want to finish it up. Not sure, maybe like 20th? I've got 7 days. Oh, I may have to leave this running the entire time then. But after that, I don't know what to move on to, because I kind of want to have... Maybe my last episode should be on Christmas Day. That'll be a bit weird, actually, thinking about it. Like, I'll release it on Christmas Day. I'll probably record it a few days before. Because, you know, I see it as a family holiday, so we'll probably not be around on Christmas Day. It'll be one of my rest days from recording. But yeah, I've been looking at a few packs already. So I did start another Let's Play, which was called FTB Ultimate Anniversary Edition, which seems to have like a lot of like mods from back in the day. You know what I mean? So like there's an industrial craft like mod. It's not exactly industrial craft. I think it's called something else. It's called like FTB Industrial Contraptions or something like that. I'm not sure, but there's a bunch of those sort of mods. I think there's an equivalent exchange kind of mod in there from back in the day. Ars Magica or Ars Nouveau, I think it's called now. Which is... I think it's like a... It's a mod which kind of simulates what you would do in Thaumcraft, but not quite. But... Yeah, basically... I was looking at a few other mod packs. So there's a Cave Factory. Sorry, I'm just stood here. I should probably go and... let's go and stare at our plants. I mean, that's what I've been doing for... Well, ages now, just staring at plants. But yeah, so there's Cave Factory, which I know Gaming on Caffeine, he's doing a... Well, he's streaming it. He does his pack streaming, right? And then he uploads the streams to YouTube. So I wouldn't mind doing Cave Factory. It looks actually really interesting, although it does heavily rely on blood magic, which you know I've got a little bit of a PTSD behind due to this pack. But it also has Create, and I haven't done anything on camera with Create, and I actually haven't done much with Create, if I'm honest. I did a little bit in all the mods, I think. There's a little bit of Create that I did in that. But that was obviously not on camera. I did get a recommendation from someone, Cuboid Outpost, which looks kind of interesting. I haven't actually properly looked into that yet, so I might have to give that a download and see how it plays. But anyway, sorry, I rambled a bit there. But what I'm really asking is for suggestions. If you've got any good suggestions, just leave a comment down below. That would just be really nice. And I might do a... If you leave a suggestion, or you want to leave a suggestion, someone else has already left a suggestion, can you give it an upvote instead? And then I'll do the one that's got the most upvotes, or the most time suggested. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, I think that's kind of all I've got for today. It's just a lot of waiting around until some of the singularities are done, right? So let's have a quick peek at what we've got left to do. So the spud is still coming in. Before I started this episode, I did actually like do a backup and turn my computer off and then turn it back on, just to like get rid of a bit of lag that was happening because I've left it on for so bloody long. And because of that, the recipe failed for the capacitator. Every time you log out and log back in, it seems to fail. So I just went and, yeah, you always have to come. This is kind of where I log myself off, because then it reminds me to grab the recipe out of here, go make a new recipe, put it in. But that seems to be what yeah, all I do is go make another recipe, make another pattern, and chuck it in here, and then that starts it working again. So this is going up. Oh, and I have a stack upgrade on this, and I realised that each one of these is a stack because it only stacks up to 1. So that's a bit useless. This one here is just it's just so much redstone. Honestly, I've got like, I added 4 more redstone over here. So I've got another 4 right here, just to try and keep up, and I'm still not keeping up, I don't think. What else have I got over here? This one's finally finished. I can't believe we got the singularity. And the plastic. The plastic was like such a pain. This one's just going to chug along as well. This one is really, really slow, and I think I know why it's slow. Oh, I'm doing a backup right now. Perfect. I mean, not perfect, because I've literally just done one, but... anyway, yeah, so what I've done, I don't know if I've showed this yet, but this is how I'm doing my my silicon, which you need for the blue silicon, this stuff, and you need for this. What I've got here is an exporter. This had damage, this had an NBT, because I already had a saw that I just put in here, but instead what I did was I like grabbed it from over here and dragged it on. And that made it so it actually does a craft. So it crafted a new one. So when this runs out, it will instantly craft a new one. And yeah, and it makes the balls itself. But I did do a bit of, yeah, I crafted a bunch. I basically figured out how many I would need to get to the point where, you know, and it will just chuck them in here, and yeah, there you go. So that's what I'm doing for the electrosilicon. These are done. This one's done. This one's nearly done. I can't believe it. The Supremium one is almost done. Insane. Well, no, Supremium, but you know what I mean. The sawdust block one keeps blocking up, funny enough. This one I know is just going to chug. But it's really annoying because it basically didn't do anything overnight, because it's stuck again right now, look. I don't know why it's done this. If I click cancel, it goes off and makes it. Also, this was happening with the Tesseract as well at one point, where it would make... So it's actually got 2 recipes going. It's got like a certain amount, and then it's got one of 1. So it tries to do a stack, and then it does just 1 on its own. See, this one here is the stack, and this is 1 on its own. No idea why it's doing that. It's very strange. But yeah, I think right now all we really need to do is just a little bit more AFK, and then we'll be able to make the tank. And then after the tank, we don't actually need too many. So we need another 4 singularities once we've got the tank itself. Then we can make another tank. We don't need any more singularities for the mana tablet, which is always nice to see, because we need to make another tank, as I was just saying, because we need to put it in this one, and we don't need any singularities for this. But then to make this thing here, the storage upgrade, no, this one, creative storage upgrade thing, we need all 3. But if we want to make all 3, we need another. Yeah, so I am going to go through and figure out how many things we need. And another thing we're going to have to figure out is how to get antimatter. So we need to get that from this, which is chemical. No, it's not. It's super critical phase shift. So the SPFs. SPS? Yeah. And that's using polonium, and you get that from nuclear waste in one of these things. Is that how you do it? Nuclear waste in one of these, and that's how you get polonium. Oh, and then you use the polonium in here with... Oh, and that makes antimatter, yeah. And is it a bucket of this? Oh, yeah, so that's a lot of polonium that we need right there. Might have to amp production up on that a little bit. We only need 4, so we should be fine. We can get that over a certain amount of time, right? Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to call it there for now. Thank you for watching. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.